Percentage and simple interest is our second unit of this term. Children, in this session we are going to see exercise 2.5 miscellaneous practice problems and challenge problems. Miscellaneous practice problem. First problem. When Madhi was buying her flat, she had to put down a deposit of 1/10 of the value of the flat. What percentage was this? Children, here we need to find the percentage. So percentage of 1/10 is equal to 1/10, the fraction, into 100 percentage. Cancelling 110, we get 10 percentage. Thus, Madhi has to put down a deposit of 10 percentage of the value of the flat. So 10 percentage is the required percentage. Problem. Yalini scored 15 out of 25 in the test. Express the marks scored by her in percentage. So we have to convert the fraction into percentage. For that you have to multiply 100 percentage with the fraction. So 15 by 25 into 100 percentage, and simplify this. Cancelling 15 and 25 by using fifth table. Here we get 3 and in the denominator we get 5. And again cancelling 5 and 100, we get 20 in the numerator. 20 into 3 is equal to 60 percentage. Thus, the score of Yalini in percentage is 60 percentage. Out of total 120 teachers of a school, 70 were male. Express the number of male teachers as percentage. Children, here we need to write the total number of teachers, that is 120, and number of male staffs is equal to 70. First, find out the fraction of male teachers, that is fraction of male teachers will be 70 out of 120. 70 out of 120. Now, find the percentage of male teachers. For that, multiply 100 percentage with the fraction 70 by 120 and simplify it. We get 700 by 12, and cancelling 700 by 12 we get 58.33 percentage. So the percentage of male teachers in a school is 58.33 percentage. Problem. A cricket team won 70 matches during a year and lost 28 matches and no results for 2 matches. Find the percentage of matches they won. So children, here number of matches won is 70 matches. Number of matches lost is 28 matches. And no results. The team which gets no results is 2 matches. So to find the percentage of matches won, we need total number of matches. For that, first add all these matches. Won matches, lost matches, and no result matches. And here we get total matches as 100. Now find the percentage of matches won. For that, before that, we need to find the fraction of 1 matches. Fraction of 1 matches, that is 1 matches is 70. Fraction of 1 matches will be 70 out of 100. And the percentage of matches won is multiply 100 percentage with 70 by 100. And 100 cancel out. We get 70 percentage. They won 70 percentage of the matches. Fifth problem. There are 500 students in a rural school. If 370 of them can swim, what percentage of them can swim and what percentage cannot? So children, here we need to find the percentage of the students who can swim and the percentage of students who cannot swim. So for that, total number of students is equal to 500 and number of students who can swim is given that 370. And by using this, first we can write the fraction of students who can swim, isn't it? So that is fraction fraction of students who can swim is equal to 370 out of 500. And to find the percentage of students who can swim, yes, we need to multiply 100% with the fraction. And simplifying, we get 74%. Thus, 74% of students who can swim. Now, number of students who cannot swim is not given, but it is given that students who can swim, that is 370. So, subtracting 370 from 500, we get 130. That is the number of students who cannot swim, isn't it? Now, we find the number of students who cannot swim, and we know that the total number of students, that is 500. Before finding the percentage of students who cannot swim, we have to find the fraction of students who cannot swim, that is 130 out of 500. Now, to find the percentage of students who cannot swim, we need to multiply 100% with the fraction 130 by 500, and cancelling two zeros in the numerator and the denominator, and cancelling 5 and 130, we get 26 in the numerator, which is the percentage of students who cannot swim. That is 74% can swim and 26% cannot swim. The problem, the ratio of Sarah's income to her savings is 4:1. So ratio is given. What is the percentage of money saved by her? So children, to find the total parts of money, that is, we need to add the parts. 4 plus 1, the ratio parts. It is 5. Part of money saved is equal to 1. One part is saved. And here, percentage of money saved. So first, what is the fraction of part of money saved? That is 1 by 5. First find the fraction. That is 1 by 5. And then to find the percentage of money saved is multiplying 100% with 1 by 5. And cancelling 105, we get 20%. So 20% of money is saved by Sarah. Seventh problem. A salesman is on a commission rate of 5%. How much commission does he make on sales worth rupees 1500? Children, this is a problem based on percentage as a value. That is, we can use the general formula P percentage of X is equal to Y to know the value. And here total amount on sale is given rupees 1500. Commission rate, that is a percentage, is given 5%. Now our value, commission received, that is to find the value P percentage of X, that is 5% of 1500. 5% can be represented as 5 by 100 into 1500, cancelling 2 zeros from the numerator and the denominator. And 5 into 15 is rupees 75. The commission amount received is rupees 75. Ninth problem, 2 is what percentage of 50? So it is based on percentage as a value. So to find the value, that is required percentage, we will use the general formula P percentage of X is equal to Y. So that is X percentage. We don't know the value, which is unknown. X of 50. X percentage of 50 is 2. So we can write in the next step, X percentage can be represented as X by 100, and for of we can put multiplication sign, and 50 is equal to 2. And in the next step, keep X in the left hand side and bring the values to the other side. It becomes 100 by 50, and cancelling 150 by using 50 table. That is, it is 2 times. Now 2 into 2 is 4%. So 4% of 50 is 2. 10th problem. What percentage of 8 is 64 as the previous problem? So let the required percentage be x. That is x percentage of 8 is equal to 64. X percentage can be written as x by 100. For of, we can put multiplication sign. 8 is equal to 64 and keep x in the left hand side and bring 8 by 100 to the other side. It becomes 100 by 8 into 64. Cancelling 64 and 8 in the 8th table. It is 8 times. 8 into 8, 64. And 8 into 100 is 800. Therefore, 800 percentage of 8 is 64. Now let us see challenge problems. Challenge problem, 14th problem. A man travelled 80 km by car and 320 km by train to reach his destination. Find what percent of total journey did he travel by car and what percent by train. So children, here let us find out the percentage of distance travelled by car and the percentage of distance travelled by train. Here we know that first write down the fraction. Distance travelled by car is equal to 80 km and distance travelled by train is 320 km. First, to find the fraction of distance travelled by car, we need 80 out of the total distance, isn't it? So to find the total distance, add these two distances. That is 80 plus 320 is 400 km. So total distance is 400 km and distance travelled by car is 80. So what is the fraction of distance travelled by car? Yes, it is 80 by 400. 80 out of 400 is a fraction of car and fraction of distance travelled by car. Now, percentage of distance travelled by car is, yes, we need to multiply 100% with 80 by 400 and simplify it by cancelling. Cancelling two zeros and 80 divided by 4 is 20%. Thus, the percentage of distance travelled by car is 20%. Then let us find the percentage of distance travelled by train. For that, first find the fraction of distance travelled by train. It is, yes, 320 out of 400. 320 out of 400. And then how to find the percentage of distance travelled by train? Yes, we need to multiply 100% with the fraction 320 by 400. Percentage of distance travelled by train is 320 by 400 into 100% and cancelling two zeros from 100 and 400 and 320 by 4. When we cancel 320 by 4, we get 80%. 15th problem. Lalita took a math test and got 35 correct answers and 10 incorrect answers. What was the percentage of correct answers? Children, it is simple. Yes, that is, we have to find the fraction of corrected answers. Fraction of correct answers. And then percentage of correct answers. To find the fraction of correct answer, we need number of correct answer by total number of marks. Isn't it? So that is total number of answers. Answers is 35 plus 10, that is 45. The total number of answers is 45 marks. And then we can easily find the fraction of correct answers. Fraction of correct answers by dividing 35 out of 45. 35 out of 45. Now, we can easily find the percentage of correct answers. That is multiplying 100% with 35 by 45. And cancelling 35 by 45 by using fifth table, it is 7 by 9. 7 into 100% divided by 9. Now, Cancelling 700 by 9, we get 77.777. And here, let us round off the decimal number. Let us take round off the 100th place. That is underlined digit. You have to see the right or digit of underlined digit. So, it is greater than 5. So, add 1 to the underlined digit. That is, our final answer is 77.78%. 18th problem. A student earned a grade of 80% on a math test that had 20 problems totally. How many problems on this test did the student answer correctly? Children, here a percentage, P percentage is given and one value is given, and here we have to find the value. Percentage as a value topic. Okay. So for that, total number of problems in the test is 20 and student score is 80%. So what is the general formula? P percentage of X is equal to Y. To find the value Y, we will use P percentage of X, that is 80% of 20. 80% can be written as 80 by 100 into 20. Cancelling 0, 0. And here 0 in the denominator 1, 0. 8 into 2 is 16. Number of problem answered is 16. 19th problem. A metal bar weighs 8.5 kg. 85% of bar is silver. Percentage, one value is given. How many kilograms of silver are in the bar? So here we need to find the value. So it is based on the percentage as a value. Percentage in a real life problems. So P percentage of total weight. 85% of 8.5. Here total weight is 8.5 kg. 85% can be written as 85 by 100. Now multiplying these two values and dividing it by 100, we get 7.225 kg. Therefore, 7.225 kg of silver are in the bar. Second problem. Which is greater? 16 2 by 3 or 2 by 5 or 0.17? This is a percentage problem. So first, let us find the percentage. Here it is a mixed fraction. So make it as a improper fraction. 16 into 3 is 48. 48 plus 2 is 50. 50 by 30. And into 100%. Percentage of 16 2 by 3 is 50 by 30 into 100%. And cancelling zeros from the numerator and the denominator and multiplying 5 with 100 and divide it by 3, we get 1666.67%. And what is the percentage of 2 by 5? That is, we have to multiply 100% with 2 by 5. Yes, that is cancelling 5 and 100, we get 20. 2 into 20% is 40%. Now, percentage of 0.17. That is 0.17 is a decimal number. And here 0.17 into 100% is 70%, or else you can do it 17 by 100 into 100%. We can write 0.17 in the fraction form as 17 by 100 into 100%. Cancelling 100 and 100 from the numerator and the denominator, we get 17%. So, students, here we get percentage of 16 2 by 3 is 1666.67%, and percentage of 2 by 5 is 40%, and percentage of 0.17 is 17%. 3 value are derived. Now let us find out. Here 1666.67% is greater than 40% and 40% is greater than 17%. Therefore, 16 2 by 3 is greater than 2 by 5. 2 by 5 is greater than 0.17. Finally, we can conclude that 16 2 by 3 is greater. Now children, let us see the important points from the unit, percentage and the simple interest. Percentage is a fraction with denominator 100. To convert a fraction as percentage, multiply the numerator and denominator of the fraction by 100. To convert a percentage as fraction, write it as fraction with denominator 100. To convert decimals into percentage, multiply the given decimals by 100%. Principal is the money borrowed or lent. Interest is the additional money given by the borrower to use the principal for a certain period of time. Rate of interest is the percentage of the principal paid every year. Time is the period for which the money is borrowed or lent. Amount is the total money returned by the borrower to the lender after a certain period of time. It is found by using amount is equal to principal plus interest. Simple interest can be calculated by using P into N into R by 100, where P is equal to principal, R is equal to rate of interest and N is equal to time.